out, they'll throw it over the top.
They bring in the extra tight end. They send the tight end in motion. They hand it off to him again. He's brought to a halt.
The Raiders' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
Breaking huddle at the 10. First and goal. Crabtree has it on the screen.
What a first series touchdown. That's a terrific start for this team, Phil, with the early touchdown.
Yeah, just the way they planned it, man. You get in there during the week, you practice, you look at all that film, and then you say, here's going to be our starting plays for the game. You go out there, you run them, and you score. That is a great feeling.
The Cardinals are ready to return the kickoff. Johnson's going to run this one out. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Regular. Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Tight ends in motion here. First down at the 19. Johnson off the left side. When you talk about the Cardinals on offense, of course, Larry Fitzgerald is a player to watch.
I remember Larry Fitzgerald at the University of Pittsburgh. I said, wow, he's big and physical. And those qualities he has carried over to the NFL, and they have worked great. There's no doubt about it. He's one of the best.
Going deep. Wow, what a catch. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
John Brown brings it down. Picks up 8 here.
Well, the drag route that time picked up solid yards. These receivers, sometimes they get a little nervous running these drag routes or these short crossers because they are afraid a defender's going to come out of nowhere and hit them. That's the quarterback's job. See in front of the receiver, lead the guy to the open space.
Palmer's going to take it from the gun. Here's Brown. Brown's tackled down after a gain of 2.
First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
Coming up to the line at the 13-yard line.
The Raiders come out in a dime package. They motion the receiver around to the other side. Comes down with the defender tips it out. Let's talk about this defense. The former Giant on that defensive line is Justin Tuck.
Former Giant, he was a Giant for that New York football team. He helped them win many, many games, and he can be a great disruptive force inside on the defensive line.
The defense stops the clock. Ready to snap the football at the 13. The Raiders sat at the line. Dime package. Snapping out of the gun. Had it for just a second, but then it came out on contact.
You might as well catch it because you're going to take the big hit no matter what. That time, the receiver lets the ball go because he was worried about the defender making the hit.
Palmer's got it in the gun. Fourth down and 10, and they're going to go for it. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Palmer's back in shotgun formation. The Cardinals turn the ball over on downs. The Raiders do a great job here on defense, making the stop on 4th and long.
Yeah, 4th and long, there's only so few things you can do, Jim. So the defense was ready. They're well coached in situations like this, and they get it done.
The Cardinals defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. Looks like a penalty on the defense. First down at the 18. Slashes to the left side. Murray's brought down after picking up 11 on this play.
Murray's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Tight end in motion. The Raiders have it at the 29. Going to take it the distance. The 30. The 20. The 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
To me, still one of the most exciting plays in NFL football. A long running play for a touchdown. And how about that one? It had it all in its speed. Good moves, good blocks. Exciting touchdown.
Nelson's got it on the return. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals look to be almost certain to come away with points the last time they had the ball, but instead of attempting a field goal, they went for it on 4th down and were unable to convert. Let's see what they do with this possession.
Yeah, look, this isn't high school or college football where you get many, many possessions. In the pros, you don't get that many. When you get a chance to get points, you got to take advantage of it and take those points.
The Raiders go with the dime formation here on defense. And for a moment, but then lost it on the hit. Second and 10 coming up. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Palmer standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Grabs it with one hand. Phil, that's one of the best one-handed catches we've seen all year, isn't it?
Jim, that's one of the best. You don't see many this outstanding. And these wide receivers, if they can't get two hands on the football, they've taught themselves over time just to go up and stretch as far as they can and get that one hand on it. And it is amazing how many times they make the catch.
Players from both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense.
Right now, blue 58, blue 58. Sally 19, Sally 19, Sally 19.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver. First down at the 24. Fitzgerald's got it on a pass that had some heat.
Here they come. The football at the 1.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Johnson's touchdown and drawing close. How important was that touchdown, Phil, after a terrible start to this game and now moving on to the second quarter and trying to shift control of things?
Yeah, early in the second quarter, and it was an awful start of this football game. You couldn't play any worse as a football team, but when you get a quick score, it just changes everything. It changes the scope of the game, and it changes your confidence.
And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down.
The Raiders' offense is in rhythm. Coming back out for another drive. The last 2 times they've had it, they found the end zone.
Their rhythm, they're making it look easy. Jim, it's like watching you dance. You have such great rhythm. It looks like you're not even working at it. So that's how it looks for this offense here today.
They send the tight end in motion. Line to the left. Johnson's there to take him down. The Raiders have leaned on the ground game to this point, and it's been big for them. Murray's been a huge part of it here in the first half, Phil, the way he's been running the football.
Give the coaches a lot of credit right here. They're being very patient, staying with the running game, and the running back, boy, is he taking advantage of every opportunity.
Second down and 8. They'll go ground. He runs with it right up the gut. This is third down.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Takes the snap. We're about midway, second quarter. He's got the catch. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Press coverage all the way. The Cardinals will come out in the dime. Tight ends in motion here. Murray's going to secure the handoff. It's now second down.
I like this decision by the coach to go with the hurry-up offense here late in the first half. You can't be worried about making mistakes. Sometimes you got to be aggressive.
Throws the pass. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. Third down on the way. From the shotgun. Cooper's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
Coming to the line at the 49.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. First down here after the completion. Murray's going to take the handoff now. Slashes to the left side. Tackle made by Ray that time.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Tight end in motion. Second down and 5. And Washington's able to read that play and make the hit.
Jim, a good decision here by the coaches to go into hurry-up offense right before halftime. You want to get as many plays off as you can before the halftime whistle blows. Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Can't hold on here as this goes incomplete.
These receivers in the NFL, they are so good now. Anytime you see a drop pass, it's almost always the one reason. They took their eyes off the football before it got there.
The Raiders don't want any part of punting the football. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Carr's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. Reese is tackled down at the 39.
Receivers get scared sometimes running that slant route. They know their linebackers inside running towards them because they're watching the quarterback's eyes.
The Cardinals have it at the 39. Palmer's going to scramble. Heaving it down. Intercepted.
Smith's probably going to go to the sideline and tell him, hey, I got such a good pair of hands after that interception that I should play some tight end. I don't know about that, but I'll tell you this. He is one good linebacker.
The Raiders offense getting ready to start this drive. I'm sure they're having a hard time letting go of what happened last time when they had the football across midfield and field goal range and failed to come away with any points.
Look, I like the fact that they went for it on 4th down. What I disagree with was the play call. It was it didn't give the quarterback enough options, and that's why it failed.
But you still agree that they should have gone for it?
Absolutely.
Looks like they're going to run the Wildcat.
Let's go.
First down at the 23. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
The Cardinals guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got in the backfield and made the tackle.
The teams head to the locker room, and we'll be heading to the studio to our pal Larry Ridley as you watch the NFL on EA Sports. Nelson's going to test the coverage this time. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Cardinals talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going. The Cardinals just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
The 37 is the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. First down at the 37. Chris Johnson with the catch.
Oh, I loved it when I was a quarterback, throwing screens or throwing short passes to the running backs and watch them catch it and get those big yards. It was awesome to get cheap yards like that. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
The Cardinals have it at the 24. They'll throw it over the middle. Second down after the incompletion.
Get ready. Blue 15.
Palmer's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Throws it toward the sideline, and what a catch.
The Cardinals did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score. Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown.
Force it across for the touchdown. They had to come out and erase any deficit as quickly as they could, Phil. And that touchdown here in the third has certainly done that.
They did it. They erased that deficit. They tied this game up, and what they have done, they put all the pressure on the other team's offense now.
Jones will run this one out. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Raiders offense will try to set the pace early here in the second half with this game tied, Phil.
Yeah, they're going to try to set the pace, but listen, on the other side, this defense is aggressive. It's tough. I think the defense is going to get after them and maybe cause a turnover right here.
They send the tight end in motion. Murray's taking the handoff. Time for the hurry-up offense. Second down and 10. Murray's got it on the handoff. Gains 17. The Raiders haven't abandoned the run game, which is big in this tie game. Murray's had a big day. And in a tie game, you expect him to keep seeing the football.
This is an easy decision for the coach in this tie game. You stay with that run game for lots of reasons. You're dominating, and when you run the football, you're just going to make less errors.
Two tight ends on the field here. Now 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Campbell's all over the ball carrier. No need to huddle. Hurry up offense.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
The Raiders take it from the 38. Wide to the left, and that's a 2-yard gain.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
The Cardinals will use a timeout here early in the second half. It'll be 3rd down. The Cardinals with a nickel look here on defense. It's a 2 tight end formation. Scanning the field. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
The Raiders have to get to the 49 for a first. The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. The Raiders turn the ball over on downs.
Outside linebackers who can get to the quarterback, they are a rare breed in the NFL because it takes talent, size, speed, everything to do it as a linebacker. And we saw it that time on display.
The Raiders with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. First down at the 32. Palmer's going to take off with it while under pressure.
Palmer's mobility, boy, gives him a chance to make a play, doesn't it, when you force him out of the pocket, but not able to complete the pass because nobody's open.
Set up now at the 32. Quarters formation here for the defense.
Let's go. Blue 58. Regular. Let's go. Wide 18. Wide 18. Mirror.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Palmer's going to take it from the gun. Chris Johnson with the reception.
Well, the defense is going to make you throw it short, then throw it short, take advantage of it, and that completion gives you a good situation now on third down.
Set up now at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Zebra.
Tight ends in motion here. Third down and 6. Intercepted.
Who would have guessed, Phil, that the defense might win this game? A tie game it is late in the third, and they come up with the interception.
Well, Jim, we talked to the coaches during the week. I think they liked their chances on the defensive side. They thought they could read the quarterback, make some plays, and we saw it on that interception.
A little jumpy there by that defensive front.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Looks like a penalty on the defense.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
First down at the 34.
Amari Cooper has the catch.
Second down after that pass play. The Cardinals defense now is going to go nickel. Jumps high and comes down with it. That's reception number 2 for him. First down and 10. Murray's handed the football. Washington in on the play.
Well, not many yards to get there on that play, but it doesn't matter. What a day and what a job this running back has done here.
Coming to the line right at the 50.
Cars lined up. 2 tight ends set. Outside now on the toss. That last play was a run. Third down coming up. The Cardinals lined up in the nickel. And the immediate handoff to the fullback. The Raiders will go for it here on fourth down and a short yardage situation. The Raiders have it at the 44. Tosses the football. Murray's brought down after picking up 6 on this play. The Cardinals defense not able to make the stop there, and they'll have to stay on the field a little bit longer.
Well, sometimes when it's 4th and short, the toughest man wins, and that time the defense was not the toughest unit.
Not much time left here, and the defense will need to come up with a stop to maintain the time. And it's going to be Woodley making the stop to the outside.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
The game is tied, and time is a factor. Tight end in motion. The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. And it's swatted away. This will be the 8th play of this drive. The Raiders lined up, bunch formation. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. And Crabtree's got the catch and the first. First down on the way. 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the game. The Cardinals defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Here comes the wide receiver in motion. Murray's going to secure the handoff. Tackle made by Ray that time.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done. Now the offense is down here in the red zone or the green zone if you like to think of money, and it's a tie game. A lot of things you can do. They love to throw it in the end zone, but maybe they'll cross them up with a run. We'll find out.
2nd and 2. The quarterback with the give to the fullback. Gains about 3.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone. But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold it.
Double tight end formation. 1st and 10. Leading on that running attack again here on 1st down. The Cardinals in a tie game will call a timeout. They clearly want the ball back with a chance to do something. The Cardinals with a nickel look here on defense. Again, the lean on him. That's a gain of 8.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody